the top
MCs.
top MCs
Yeah.
in that time.
Without a doubt.
You know what I mean? You talk about it all the time.
Yeah. I knew what they were doing.
That's where I stop. One more time. Is anybody from home in the house? Hold on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mark C. Productions' Half Hour of Hip Hop. This is our second episode. And I have with me some more legendary. I wrote a couple words down in the scrap them. Let me see. Innovating, influential, trend-setting. Would you say that fits you guys? Considering the way y'all did y'all thing. None other than, I could say straight out of Homewood, but straight out of Pittsburgh too. Yeah. The one and only legendary group. This is a 2/ group. We got 3D on one hand, which later became D-Train. We'll get into that later. But give it up for yourselves, guys. 3D, the freshest, is in the building, in the office, chilling. So, I'm not even going to go start asking questions. I'm not going to play right away, but I had a question because I think you may have told me before, one of y'all might have told me, who came up with the name 3D? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I got to introduce them, their names. Damn, sorry about that. We started out as Debonair. Later became Eric Newsom. I think I got credit for that. I'll tell you that later. Eric Newsom. Not the name, but use that on the flyer. Then became Daddy E, the boulder holder. Now he is known as the fifth letter. Right here, the other member of the D. You got Divine. Later became Sean D. Now goes by Sean SD. 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 The bad seed. Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm for sure. Okay, and of course, the DJ. Started out as Kid Cool, and I called him that when he came over today. It's natural, it just comes out like that. Now you go by, he was DJ Chad, then now you're
DJ Fingerprints.
DJ Fingerprints.
FANGAPRINTZ.
Say that again.
Finger.
Fingerprints. So if you ever try to rob a bank, they got his fingerprint, basically. That just went well. But anyway, who came up with the name 3D? Y'all remember?
I would say it was a collaborative, and from there we just all picked a D that would coordinate with the personality.
Yeah.
He was the ladies' man, so he had to be the Debonair.
Debonair, he had to be. Yeah.
He had to make that shit up. I didn't even know what that shit meant. And I roll with it.
Hey, yo, I didn't even know what that shit
had to be 3D. Yeah. When we even sitting around trying to come up with D's.
Hey, yo.
That sound like
he know them eyeballs, man.
There's somebody missing. There's Carm, he was a beatbox. He went by Dominator. And Kima E later was joining with D-Train. We'll get into that. But who came with the name D-Train?
The people, I guess. It just turned that way because it was a train.
You did?
Come up with.
Sean D's taking credit. He did?
I'm SD.
I was the D, and everybody was the train.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I was a D, everybody was a train.
We was a Buck Wild Youth Street gang.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But okay, so when I first met y'all know where we were at. First time I met you was somewhere else. First time I met them was at the library. The Pittsburgh All-Star Audition. The Pittsburgh All-Star Auditions, 1985. I met y'all. Y'all was still in high school.
No, Kingsley or some shit.
When I first met y'all, me and my brother.
The auditions were at the library.
Yeah, but at the very first audition was at the library. Like that flyer up there was the first show y'all was in, and like I formed the Pittsburgh All Stars, but I used my brother's celebrity to help promote it.
Right.
I did all the work, but we ain't gonna get into it. His name rang out though, so that was an even exchange, I guess. But anyway, we had our first auditions for the American Legion show, and it was at the library. So I'm looking at different people come up, and so when y'all came up, I'm looking.
Hey, you know what, man? I kind of remember, man. I think that's when I was getting ready to battle Don Juan. He was like one of the dudes out. And
You did challenge Don Juan. You challenged him at a rehearsal.
Yeah, I was about to smash him. You
You challenged him.
man. He was man. Him and Double K, man, was like.
Now you challenged Don Juan. That was later once y'all made the All Stars. Yeah. But I met y'all at the audition, so I'm like, okay, Sean was dressed like casual. He had on some dress shoes, a dress shirt, and some dress pants. But he had that arrogance and confidence in himself. You remember?
No.
Oh, okay.
All this shit's going on.
Okay.
I'm watching what y'all doing.
Okay, so when y'all went, y'all was like the middle of the auditions. So I'm watching, never seen y'all before. And I remember he had so much, y'all had that confidence. I could just see it. Because I'm like, okay, I see a rapper, but he got on hard dress shoes and then he looked like, you ready? And then Sean was like, yeah. And then it was long ago. I was like,
no, I remember that one.
I was like, whoa. These dudes are different. I never heard nothing like y'all before. Never heard nothing like 3D. And my brother once said, Slap, 3D is the most original group out of the All Stars.
That's a compliment coming from him.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's a true compliment.
Hey, we practice hard, though.
Oh,
we really did.
Yeah, y'all did practice hard. And the energy, y'all just had so much confidence. I think it was that Hilltop shit. Had a lot to do with it. Hilltop dudes was always like confident and cocky, which was a good thing though. Everybody knew from Hilltop always was like, you know, they was well known.
From them.
Okay, and y'all, the first time y'all performed, y'all had on the doctor outfits. Yeah, they had on, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, Mariah. Camera technician, executive producer, Mariah Charlton, my daughter's in the building. I forgot. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be talking right now. I should have gave you the intro. My bad.
Okay.
You cool, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. I just want to clear that up. You know. So anyway, they had on doctor outfits. Like, can you describe them better than me? When I say doctor, like hospital scrubs.
Yeah.
Blue scrubs. And
it was. Yeah.
At that time, people from up Hilltop were going to Westinghouse and they were wearing the whole scrub outfit.
It was a style. It was a style. It was the style.
You cut meat with the crease.
Yeah.
Right.
That was your summer outfit or whatever, man.
And that show was coming up at the Post.
That was it.
At the
7:15, yeah.
7:15, which is
It's TNT Fashion now. It's called TNT Fashion now.
That's
And
crazy.
Chad was like, yo, man, y'all should rock these for the show. We had a routine.
Doing the bobo.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah. That was our first show. We had to bring it.
And everybody looked like, oh, because when y'all came there, y'all wasn't wearing the doctor things. I thought y'all changed at the show.
Probably.
Because I was shocked. Like, well, damn, they dressed different. And y'all were the most unique as far as your appearance, your presentation. Man, 3D brought a whole other flavor to the Pittsburgh All Stars.
Them dudes wrote their own lyrics too.
Yeah.
They look, these two right here is poets. When I say poets, that's what how I can say hip hop should be, but I ain't gonna get into that part. But these dudes is poets.
I'm gonna keep it all way of being. Like back then, no, I ain't really give a fuck. No songs and all that. Like this was the thinker. You know what I mean? We would get together, we vibe on some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might freestyle, he might make a song out of it. We learn it, we pass it back and forth. Like I don't know, but this dude was always the one. But even when we did shows, like a lot of shows following that era, like I didn't used to write nothing for none of them shows or go be trying to get in the studio and record and all that. I just wanted to bite somebody's head off.
Right.
Mic. So,
Yeah.
you know, I wish there was more stuff recorded, you know what I mean, from coming up in that era, like from me, but it ain't. But this dude, You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to give it where it's due. Like he's still the day of writing movies. You know what I mean?
Like y'all song 3D the Freshest. Sean told me this a while ago. I said, where'd you get the hook from? And you told me you got it from the song Crazy Eddie and OC, Private Lessons. Private Lessons.
Right here.
So that he was connected to that too.
The DJ
He
got
brought that whole idea to us. He recreated the beat on the Dr. Rhythm.
A doctor, that's an old school beatbox, like big
And
machine
before
record.
our first show, we was up at his mom's house, rest in peace. We was up at her house, up in the attic, going hard about learning our parts.
And all that.
He over here like this.
Yeah.
And we ended up, that ended up being one of our best songs.
That was,
Memorable.
that was
I'm going to say one of our
memorable.
songs.
And when I first met Chad, he was going by Kid Cool. Now I'm going to reveal it, because before we start filming, I told him, I was going to tell him when I first met him, we were at the Homewood Y. And Eric Harris, Fresh Cuts, was DJing.
Remember
He used to be on the trolley show.
Trolley
back in the
show,
day. Fresh Cuts.
yeah.
He was
I
DJing.
remember him.
Now in the crib, he was nice with it. But when he got in front of people, he'd be real nervous. Give me that song, give me that song. He used to be panicking. So you came up.
He was on the Charlie show.
Yep. And Stan the Man happened to be MCing at the time. And it was a party I had there. And next thing you know, you was like, no, I want to battle him. I want to battle him. And Eric's looking like, and I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna battle him? Because I didn't know you. And I knew about Eric.
I remember.
Stan the Man was like saying stuff like, because he said, what's your name? You said Kid Cool. And then Stan the Man just started hyping you up. He's like, Kid Cool is tired of all the perpetrating DJs coming to his neighborhood. Stan the Man's like, DJ, he's like, Kid Cool was declaring war on anybody who comes to Homewood. He was hyping it up like some Alfred Hitchcock shit. And then Eric never battled you.
Wow.
And then me and you start talking off on the side. And then that's how, I was like, oh, you know them? Oh, damn.
I used to carry my backpack, my records,
Yeah.
my needles, man. I was ready. I remember when I went to the hill, that was a rude awakening, man. Went down there, Double K was down there. We was going back and forth, man, and that's the first time I heard that record, It's Time.
Oh, he hit you with It's Time.
Woo! Man,
That's
to
a
this
classic
day,
DJ
to this
record.
day, man, Double K, man, you the man.
Okay. Shout out to Double K.
No,
All right. But, one of y'all what year would you say was y'all busiest year as a group, whether it be D-Train or 3D? Like, I'm asking because I already know what I'm going to say, but if y'all could think, do you got a year, did you say was your busiest year?
Shit, educated criminals, you know.
I'm speaking, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Should have pointed out 80s, the 80s. No, that's cool. I'm talking about the 80s.
Oh, okay.
88.
Damn. You was right. I knew he was a mastermind, and remember
These parts of this conversation, I ain't even gonna touch.
Sean D.
He remember all that.
Hold on. But I gotta say something. Like, we all, like, when I talk to E, we talk, if we're able to talk. And when I do talk to Sean Davis about music and stuff, we be on the phone and it'd be like, man, what time do you gotta go to work tomorrow? It's 2 o'clock. Oh shit, it's 2 o'clock. Like, huh. It's like, so I'm not surprised he knew 88. So I'm going to use that to go into this next segment, which is E. 1988. Actually, this was May 1988. What grade was you in that? 11. Y'all was in 11.
Yeah.
You was in 11. And I knew the reason why, because that's something later you'll see why I knew you was in 11 right here. But, but look. Oh, so back at this time, 88, you were DJing for them. But what happened? Remember, tell me about the story about you hurt your hands and Chad had the DJ.
I was doing the dishes.
Okay.
And I went to go grab the iron off the stove. And it was still hot. Burnt my fingertips. It was show at the library, and I couldn't go. We called Chad. He was readily available. And the rest is our story.
Yeah, because you were still at the show because you was on the mic talking too.
Yep.
So you went from behind the DJ, the turntables, and said, all right,
Hype man.
yeah. So this is E's show. Now, mind you, y'all were coming off of the hills of the show in Garfield, which we'll get into also. A month prior to that, y'all was at Fort Pitt when King was like, none of y'all suckers taking us out and all that. So y'all hot off of this whole thing now. Y'all coming to y'all home crowd, y'all home turf.
Territory.
And yes. So this is E with D-Train Posse at the library, May 1988. Classic song. Sherman's on the beat machine. Sherman Green's on the beat machine. He had that bass.
DJ Kid Cool.
Oh, this is Kid Cool right there. Yeah, this is him behind the wheel. His hand is burnt.
Burnt my fingertips.
Is it D-Train's party?
Okay, that's King
Whose
talking.
party is it? D-Train's party. Whose party is it?
Nobody ever says
Whose
one
party is it? D-Train's party.
He was ready to bite hands off.
Yeah, he's ready to bite head.
One time, can I get? Okay, follow me, right? Say the D-Train's in the house. D-Train's in the house. Yo, say the D-Train's in the house. D-Train's in the house. That's right. That's right. Here they go. We got Shelby on the number. They hold it back. We throwing it back. We rolling hard. 13 on the beat. We crushing all sucker ducks.
You don't have this?
Taking on all MCs. So if you think you do it, come get some of these rhymes. Okay?
King talking.
We got Ray Boogie on the dance tonight. Got Ty Rigney on the dance tonight. Sherman Greenbox on the beat machine tonight. DJ Chad in the back on the cutters. Yo, I got help out me. Hey, is there any girl out there that can dance? If you think you can dance, take a look at this. Hey, sure. Take a look at this. Give me 13. If you think you can dance, take a look at Ray Boogie, okay? Take a look at Ray Boogie.
I'm ready to do this, and he goes right into the
That's right. He's down DJ Posse, and we calling the back. And we dusting off any sucker duck MC that wanna come get some. Hey, me the beat, yo. I'm ready to do this. You ready to do that? DJ Rob E all in the back. It's good for only room and grab a paper and a pen and grab a mic and start schooling. I sat the last week and created this brand. I messed up, erased it, and started over again. Rhymes are loving and long, and the lyrics are true. If you don't listen to me, then I will listen to you. Or your brother, some mother, your sister, another, some secret lover, or even a cousin, and together, I'm a bad rhyming brother. Come on, man. Yo, say you're wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being wrong. It's just wrong ain't right. And if you're wrong for the rest of the night. Never give a feeling hard. Just like a Nazi, I'm a D. It's a D with a DJ Posse. And I am toward the home. West the house is colors. Blue and gold. Everyone's my school. Good at the back. Pick up, get out of the track.
Hey, yo, we need to make an old school.
MC Debonair from the beach. That's right. MC Debonair.
Classic song. It's about to come on now. Hard Day is our version of any other story out there.
We got a lot of new jacks.
This is our children's story.
You understand? See what I'm saying? Repeat this.
This story is incredible.
MC down.
Hard Day.
You don't care what I wrote, right? It's called Hard Day.
That's what they don't, bro.
Hard day, man. Hard day.
Now. No problem. But this one, I woke up on Saturday morning, getting my daily stretch. I had to watch my money. Keep my heart in check. And after being on my 100, and I had to do a constitution.
Oh, man, yo, I told you that. We made that.
Yo, I can ride my food, down on my juice, kiss you on the cheek, and grab my goose. I dug in my pocket, and the weed was away. So I had to sit there, to the cafe, outside, start the fire, brush your mind, pin the pattern on the passenger side. And what's the move? He got in, and I unlocked the door, he got a dude down. like at home. We keep it live. Car like the Chinese too. Looking mean, so I punch him in his grill and go to Dairy Queen. This little got a mystery on who we had to get our stomachs full before we got here doing the legal on the lyrics and I'm sad to say that yeah, I had a hard day. Don't know if y'all get trying to bring
Lord
here.
in there.
That boy had a hard day.
Hey, yo, man. Hey, yo, I ain't heard that yo,
take me away. I just got in my house right about 10. Gathered up my boys and it's time to begin. Got into the party and the place was packed. The girl stepped to me and I said, step back. My woman answered the answer and I said, all right. Other people on my dick all day and night. They call me old age, people time to get loose. Yeah, the legal all the way. The man with the juice got on his neck. Yo, you know, I was smoking deep.
Oh no, John Juan wasn't at this one.
Everybody had this one.
That was the other library. That was that one right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Homewood Library.
John Juan was at the Homewood Library too, but that was the original All-Star show.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever date that is, that's what it was.
So I put in my hands and hit him with a two-piece. The left hand name, the right in the mouth. And then I opened up his physical, spit in his mouth. Right then and there, I knew he was out cold. Took his juice off his back. And then I showed him your unbelievable lyrics. And said that, yeah, he had a hard day. Now whose show is this?
Hey, yeah, that's
D-Train
right.
show. That's right. D-Train.
They took us the whole back of the
Yeah, they did. There was that whole back area.
Y'all fellas from the hilltop. That's all the lyrics I'm saying.
He made him say so, right?
Hey, the D-Train. Okay, that's a little better.
You was working on Mike, yeah. Okay, man, yo.
16, 17.
That's
What's
home
your-
field advantage. You gotta work that.
You
remember that,
home
though?
field advantage.
Yeah.
They Keith said, Wilkins
Hey,
work,
yo.
didn't
Remember
break out.
Hey,
You remember
yo.
that song, that performance? You
I
don't?
remember none of
Like,
it,
to be honest with you,
but that was
anything
awesome.
after 2000, anything before like 07, 08, you don't have to tell me about it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Then I'll, you know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on this show, D-Train did 2 performances. Kima did one. That was his first performance. And then y'all did many performances, but this was you doing it. And this was in the same show. Because I remember my mom saying, how come they keep going up there? How many times you gonna let them go up there? I'm like, nah, ma. There are 2 different, there are more people in one group. I was trying to explain to her. Because she kept saying y'all. She kept saying, they was just up there 20 minutes ago. Why are they back up there? I'm like, nah, that's Eric now.
They were from Wu-Tang.
Yeah, they
got
were
a shot. If we got a shot, we would have been.
They were Wu-Tang.
We
before
was working,
Wu-Tang.
man. We
They
was
were.
spending time working and figuring out how to work the crowd with no crowd. So when we get in front of the crowd, we could work.
Yeah.
Like we was working.
Yeah, y'all were definitely Wu-Tang before Wu-Tang. And like I said, my mom didn't understand. She kept seeing y'all up there. But I'm like, Mom, okay, Eric rapped this one. Now he's rapping on this one. So she didn't understand. But nevertheless, y'all did it. So,
Right.
Okay, so right now, Kima's not here, Kima E. But this is his first performance under my umbrella, Mark C Productions. This is the first show. And because of y'all, I didn't even know Kima. Y'all told me he was nice, and he's part of us now. He's one of the D's, so you know he's good.
It was
I mean,
like,
he said that.
it was like 3D turned to like D-Train turned to the people who kind of follow 3D, and then it turned into some newspaper article type shit.
Yeah, it was out of y'all
But we
control.
still done music.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
D-Train became something out of your control. Like it was like everybody's claiming D-Train, and no telling how many people said there was like hundreds and hundreds of people was claiming to be part of D-Train. That was scary because there was no way to put a net over it. But
Corral it.
corral it. There you go. So Sean D was right when he said 1988. So right now, Kima E, live at the library May 1988 as well. Okay, also, there was a group there called Chili Love. There was these 2 female rappers. They were from Wilkinsburg. Joe Hall taught me to let them perform. I let them perform. They was whack. And Nobody likes him. But anyway, if I had to do it all over, I would let them perform again. That's just the way I did it.
Right.
So they performed. They were all right. Nah, I ain't gonna say it was totally whack because they had a nice little diss they said about Hot and Spicy, which was cool. But they lost favor with the Homewood crowd because they were screaming Wilkinsburg. So
in the middle of Homewood.
In the middle of Homewood, right? So Kima gets up on stage after Chili Love does that, and this is how he starts his show with these instigators. No, I'm just kidding. No, with the rest of the group because it's funny as hell. All right, so Kima Lab at the Coliseum.
Library.
Damn, thank you.
Library.
Nice catch. I'm off.
These two dudes don't
Thank
forget
you.
nothing.
Thank you.
Man.
Chill.
He got a lot.
Now listen.
This
Is
is
anybody from Wilkinsburg out there?
No one. There's no one.
Now, is anybody from Homewood out there?
They knew what they were doing.
That's where I'm from.
One more time. Is anybody from Homewood in the house?
Hold on. Is anybody from Wilkinsburg out there?
No one.
Hold it. Is anybody from Wilkinsburg in the house? See me here, all girls. Let's start this show. Drop that shit, boy. Hey, Kima. Stop that shit.
I'm like a fool on track and backwards. My purpose talent down because I got it like that. I'm about to keep it. That's the amount of photos. I run them quick. I roll the mic like shit. And when it comes to a bang, your girl say I'm the shit. I keep her busy. I rattle suckers too busy and let take it to battle before I surely get busy. I keep my rap. Suckers, I can't keep my rhyme. Oh yes, the best in the flesh. I'm here to get what's mine. I'm here to burn it and yearn it. Of course, the ground I had earned it and will destroy it at time. And you're my student, so learn it. Yeah, that's right. You're the young rock in the back.
Pride and joy. Baby boy.
This is Latin out of French, the legendary rap gangster, taking house up the gut like World War I in a tank. My rhymes were polished and marvelous, my rhymes were totally polished. And if you want it in hype, my rhymes will show me the color. This style is rolling and rolling deadly, I'm killing and sucking berry. I'm eating and being rough, so we get up and like carry a clock and I'm rocking easy. You to know you're throwing please, she bumping before she please me, I don't. Now why you like I attack? I rock the mic so get back. I am invincible Jack, and yes I'm proud to be black. Cause I'm a hell of a man. That's when the mic's in my hand. I clear it up, understand. And if you're garbage, I can. I will go on and on until another like more. I'll knock your lights out, boy, just like a thunderstorm. I will explode if you bored. If I make you sore and whack suckers are bored before I'm sure hardcore. Yo, John, wake up, bass, boy. My mom's in the house, I'm done for the rocket. You know what I'm saying? My mom's in the house, I'm done for the rocket. Because she can be here tonight. I want you out like a baddie, yo, and you back on the ball, yo, and I'll keep it a secret, but give you what that's done. I'm a roller, get older, and older was lower than lower, and I'm a balance soldier. I'm a leader, I'm here, I stay as big as a meter, and like chin, I'm a gator, and if it's sugar, I'm sweeter. That was nothing, I'm bluffing, I'm rushing, I'm crushing, I'm blessing, discussion, my bitch is listen, and pump your face out, busting. That's right, we get it, we now whose show is this? And mom, whose show is this? DJ's show. Whose show is this? DJ's show. One more time. Whose show is this? DJ's show. That's right. Y'all with a little sound. Now, I want to say what's up one more time. All the homework boys in the house. Everybody say, oh. All the homework people say, oh. Say ho, ho. Say ho, ho, ho. That's right, y'all. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Wilkinsburg, you better break out before you get bomb rush, you understand? Get bomb rush.
I would have scared the hell out of you right there.
Pick up. Partner in effect. You see your brother. He's coming out of school, but he's looking back for a sucker butt, you understand? Peace. Get out of here, homeboy. Peace. Peace.
That was classic Kima.
Hey,
Call people off.
That's a record.
Yeah, you gonna have. I'm gonna need a copy of this.
So you remember that performance?
I don't remember.
I get you.
I was
I
probably-
get you.
No.
Do you remember that song?
I remember that song.
Yeah.
Like when I heard the lyrics, I remember killing it because I used to be up there when Cam a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember he had some.
Shit, what grade was Kmart then? Was it like 10th, 9th?
What was
He was younger than y'all.
Yeah, he was in the 10th.
Yeah.
We were in
year
11.
two behind us.
Yeah, he was young.
Yeah, he was young.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. That was his first performance. That was under me. That was the first time. And that's like you said, a record.
Yeah,
MC
the record.
Destroyer.
That was the record.
What you think, Mariah?
Pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. Well, tell Kim you said that.
Great.
Well, once you say it, they'll probably hear you say it.
What
So.
grade were you in '88?
She wasn't born in 88. I answered the question, too. I don't know, y'all fell right into that. He wasn't born in 88.
Into the punch. He put that shit right in there.
98. Okay, so check this out. All right, so like I said, that was in May. Now, April 1988, we're going to go a month back, up Fort Pitt. Now, yeah, y'all had just rocked the show. Came up, like he said about Wilkinsburg, he had Garfield, like, ain't none of y'all suckers taking us out. Because leading up to this show at Fort Pitt, there was a rumor. D-Train and Eastside Posse is going to be fighting and everything. So I came to Westinghouse to see y'all the day of the show, giving y'all flyers, everything. Mr. Scott's class.
Yep.
And they was like...
Tell you, this shit is amazing.
I was that man going, man. I was not mad.
Do you remember that? You don't remember when I came? Yeah, you don't remember when I came there.
No, but I believe you.
Okay, all right. And y'all was like saying, well, that's the word. There's going to be something going down between Eastside Posse and D-Train. I'm like,
I
So,
don't remember that.
yeah, something went down.
That must have been going down Peabody or something. We was just coming to church.
You know,
Nah, I think they was like wanting to start shit because Eastside Posse was just forming and getting.
That's what it was. A lot of people.
They was trying to challenge
D-Train.
D-Train.
Our name was ringing, and I'm talking about as far as the group go, and as far as the Buck Wildness went.
Right.
So anywhere we went, somebody wanted to. You know, I mean, what's the quickest way you could get your name up there? Go at the top.
Go at the top. Go at the top. And y'all were definitely at the top. And like I said, the number was crazy. So anyway, y'all rocked it up Fort Pitt. And after, like, oh, okay, somebody was due to come up, but I couldn't find them. It was crowded up there, it was packed. So I'm like, yo, B, stall it. Go longer. Like, y'all was done with the show. But y'all both did me a solid. You were DJing. Karn was beatboxing. And he was rapping. But I was like,
right now, yes.
we behind the stage. I'm like, go, keep going, y'all. I'm trying to find. And it might have been Foxy D or somebody I was trying to find. They were supposed to be up. And one of their dancers wasn't. They couldn't find. It was one of some dumb shit I was pissed about. Like, but luckily, y'all had that experience where this was all ad-lib, by the way. What I'm about to play, this is them doing me a favor, extending their show. They were already done. They signed off. So, Fort Pitt.